Good morning. Hi. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Erika Villalobos, and I'm originally from Costa Rica, and I've been doing these nutrition videos in Spanish. And my English-speaking friends are telling me I should do some in English, so here goes. Pretty much my story is that I've been on all these crazy diets. I've done everything. I've done Atkins. I've done the clean diet. I've done, let's see, South Beach. I've done high carb. I've done low carb. And pretty much they all worked at the beginning. And then after a while, I would start gaining back the weight. So right now I'm getting my master's at NYU in clinical nutrition. And I'm also a certified nutrition coach and an exercise coach from Precision Nutrition. And while I was in school, I asked all of my professors, I was like, okay, so seriously, like what really counts when it comes to losing weight? Because I've done everything and I really didn't believe about, calories a calorie thing. I was more of like, and probably like the low carb bandwagon. So they were all like, no, what matters at the end of the day, what has the most weight is the amount of calories that you eat. Like, it doesn't matter where they're from. So I did this experiment on myself. I'm on week 6. I'm going to do it for 12 weeks. So pretty much what I've been doing is I try to eat, pretty healthy, and then I'll eat like a 300 calorie chocolate or ice cream during each day. But if I want to substitute a whole meal with a dessert, I can also do that. But I'm in my calorie limit. So what does that mean? So I'm creating a calorie deficit every day. And in the last 6 weeks, I've lost 10 pounds. And I did the caliper method, and I've also been lifting weights. So what I've been losing is fat, not muscle. So I really wanted to tell you guys about this because there's so much information out there about like low carb, no carb, high carb. So what is the best diet? So the best diet is the diet that you can actually do long term. If you can't sustain a calorie deficit long term, then it's not going to work for you. So this is what works for me. I need to have a substantial sweet every single day included in my calories, because if not, I would go crazy. I tried doing, the whole thing of like just eating protein and vegetables and like a complex carb. And I really tried, and for a long time, I thought there was something wrong with me because I've been playing tennis since I was 5 years old, competitive tennis. And at one point, I was even playing 5 hours a day. So I consider myself a disciplined person. But so when it came to diets, I wasn't able to stick to them. So I really thought, I'm like, is there something wrong with me that I can't follow a diet? But it's not. Most of us, with the exception of 2 people that I know, which can follow restrictive diets, but the rest of us, we just can't. There's just too much going on. We go out to eat. So I tried this because I wanted to see if it was true, if really what counts as calories. I know there's things like the thermic effect of food, and yes, when you digest protein, yes, you burn a little more calories digesting the protein, but in the long term, at the end of the day, it all balances out, and you pretty much lose the same amount of weight in a certain diet or another diet. So this study is from Harvard, and pretty much what the study says is that there's, they put the participants, which were more than 800 participants, so it's a great sample size, and they divided them into 2 diets. So half of them did the high carb diet, and the other half did the low carb diet. So what do you guys think happened? So at the beginning, the people doing the low carb diet lost more weight in the short term. In the short term, because in order to digest carbohydrates, you store more water and glucose in your body. So when you reduce your carbs, then reduce your water and your glucose in your body. So short term, that's the type of weight that you see, being lost, but it's not actually fat. Anyways, after 6 months, in both groups lost the same amount of weight. And after the 6 months, then people started gaining back the weight little by little. So what does this mean? That in these two groups, most of the people weren't able to stick to the diets that they were on. So, again, I'm not promoting you to eat a certain way or do what I'm doing. I'm telling you that you have to analyze yourself and be like, okay, what diet plan or what food plan, because I hate saying diet because it's going to be long term. What can I stick to in the long term? What kind of foods do I like? Okay, so if you like protein and you like bacon and cheese and vegetables, then yeah, you're more likely to stick to an Atkins type diet. If you are like me, who just can't live without sweets, then yeah, definitely choose a higher carb diet. So pretty much it's just what you can stick to. And so thank you very much for your time, and I'm going to be doing a series of videos on all the different myths that are out there on nutrition. And the next video I'm going to do is about the hormone insulin, which gets blamed for a lot of things. So it's going to be really interesting. I have like 4 studies that are really good. Like, you're going to love this. So yeah, tune into my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.